Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is Andrew from Schnauzerface Minis, and I've got a quick and easy one for you today. After doing a few bigger models, I thought I'd get back to the smaller ones, and this is a Chaos Death Guard Terminator. You know, nothing says Happy Holidays quite like Death Guard Terminators, so this is the right time of year for this one. This was my first time working with Forge World bits, and I have to say I was really impressed. For those who have never used resin, be aware that resin dust is harmful, so use a respirator when filing, or use sandpaper designed for wet sanding. Wet sandpaper will keep most of the resin dust out of the air. And as always, be mindful of all the lungs in your house. You may have a respirator, but your family and pets probably don't. I thinned Thraka Green down about 1 to 5 with water. I'm treating this as an ink as opposed to a wash. It's going to bring all the colors a bit toward green. To me, Death Guard Marines look like their armor has become a living, organic extension of their bodies. So instead of paint chips or scratches, I thought it might be cool to add bruises to their armor. If I'm way off base as far as the fluff goes, just ignore this section. I'm overlapping reds and blues for the bruising, which will give a much wider range of tones than had I just used purple ink. I googled bruises for reference photos, which was pretty gross, but it also helped me to get a more realistic effect. I suggest collecting reference photos of all sorts: rust, landscapes, dirt, battle damage, and anything else. They're great for realism, and a big collection of reference photos can help when in need of inspiration. I imagine Death Guard is slimy and rotting, so I mixed a little purple into the brown to get a nice dark, dirty color. I use VMA white for edge highlighting to bring out some of the fine details. So by now you all know about Jesse, the schnauzer behind Schnauzerface, but I'm really excited to announce that we've got 2 new friends in our family. First, this is Slinky, the longest dachshund in the world. She was a stray in our neighborhood, and she didn't have any tags or a microchip, and we just fell in love with her and couldn't bring ourselves to take her to a shelter. So we added her to the family. About a week later, we adopted Boris from DFW Pug Rescue. He is the cutest pug ever, but man can he fart up a storm. And let me tell you, pug farts are the worst. If you're thinking about adding a 4-legged friend to your family, I'd encourage you to look into adopting from a local shelter or rescue agency. A lot of times those animals have lived really hard lives, and they deserve great homes. And in my experience, rescue pets make the most loving, loyal, and happiest companions. When my transitions aren't very smooth, I find a wash can help tie the colors together. Ogren flesh is a dark brownish red, so it's going to help unify the transitions from red to orange to yellow. Shiny, clean metallics just didn't look right on a Death Guard model, so I made a rust wash out of various rust-colored pigments. I used a hobby knife to shave off some brown, orange, and yellow pigment, and then added enough water to get a wash consistency. When the water evaporates, it leaves the pigments with a dry, dusty texture, which looks great for rust. Also, the pigments will separate out after the water dries, so it will leave a random mix of colors. I usually don't use precast bases, but I ran out of plumber's putty. Yeah, I used it all when I was doing some plumbing and stuff. I was flushing the root valve and repiping the pressure regulator and unclogging the manifold on the struts of my carburetor. Actually, I just used it all on my Night Lord's Mauler Fiend. I water down matte medium about 1:1 and pool it all over the base. Then I start adding weathering pigments to make mud. The matte medium will act as a glue, so the pigments will be permanently fixed in place. I wanted the mud to look filthier, so I added Secret Weapon's sewage muck pigment. I throw on Wyman floor polish, which will leave the pigment with a wet, muddy look. Finally, I add Woodland Scenic's realistic water to the craters on the base. I also mixed in a couple drops of Secret Weapon algae wash to tint the water a little bit. And that should just about do it. I've kind of gotten into the habit of painting larger models, but it's hard to keep a good pace that way. Hopefully you guys still enjoy the occasional Terminator or Tactical Marine in between the bigger guys. As always, thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are awesome. So have a great day, and I'll be back with another one soon. Thanks for watching.